I'm Emily Dela Cruz, and today I'm going to talk about a topic that's holding a lot of people back from getting these coins on the internet, and that is fear that they're going to be confusing their audience. I don't want to offer XYZ because I don't want to confuse my audience. I don't want to do too much. I need to stay in my lane. I feel you. I get it. I absolutely understand wanting to be specific, wanting to have a niche, wanting to be able to add value in a very consistent way. I get it, and especially with what we're taught online, what we see experts write about and experts teach about, we're always being told to focus on one thing. But people are taking it a little bit too far, and they think that focusing on one thing means I can only sell hair, I can only talk about makeup, I can only talk about fashion, I can only talk about business, right? And what we're doing is we are actually doing a disservice to our followers and our audience who are multidimensional and are interested in different things. So in this video, I'm going to use Target and Home Depot as an example of how you can't confuse your audience if you focus on two things. So let's start with Target. We have all gotten got at Target. We have all gone into a store and been up in there for hours buying things that we don't need and then wondering what happened. Target is a lifestyle brand. They are catering to a certain kind of individual, and all of the different inventory, product lines, and items that they have in their store is to be able to assist, help, and cater to the customer that they're trying to attract. So Target wasn't worried about confusing their audience or thinking, I'm not gonna sell groceries because we are a home goods store. We're not gonna sell, batteries and TVs because we sell fitness clothes. No, Target thought about what does my customer need and how can we make it convenient for them to not have to go multiple places to get everything for their home. So Target is a lifestyle brand catering to the values, needs, and aspirations of their customer through multiple offers. So let's talk about Home Depot. Unlike Target, Home Depot is a specialty store. They are meeting a specific need for a very, very specific customer, right? They serve for home improvement. So even though they have multiple inventories and product lines, they sell nails and hammers and sinks and floor and paint and all of these things, everything that you find at Home Depot is for a specific need, right? You want to improve your house, right, or apartment. Nobody wakes up and is like, let me just go see what's in Home Depot today, right? Usually you're going into Home Depot with a purpose. You know exactly what you need to get, and you want to go somewhere that's going to be able to solve your problem. So both of these brands serve a different purpose for their customer. Both of these brands offer different things, but the reason that they don't confuse their audience is because one serves a need, right? Home Depot serves a need, and Target serves a lifestyle. So you want to think about what kind of brand do you have? Are you a lifestyle brand who is focused more on your customers' values, their aspirations, the kind of person that they are, right? Target, if you're a mom, then you're obviously going to need a whole bunch of things that they have in their store. Or is your brand more of a specialty brand that you're filling a very specific need? Meaning the customers, your audience, the people that follow you are following you for a very specific purpose, and it doesn't mean that you can't offer multiple things. You just need to be able to offer multiple things that fulfill the same need. So I'm actually going to give you an example of some personal brands so that you can see how this plays out. So first we're going to cover a lifestyle brand. And remember, a lifestyle brand focuses on the values, aspirations, and interests of the consumer or of the audience. So my favorite lifestyle brand on these internet streets is Mia Ray. And Mia Ray is a mom. So Mia Ray, she's a mom, she's a business owner, she's from Detroit, she's young, and she's black, right? So these are all the things that make up Mia Ray. most people want to be like, well, because I'm a mom, I can only talk about mommy stuff, right? Or, because I talk about home decor, I can only talk about home decor because that's my business. Mia Ray is a great example of a lifestyle brand because she takes her lifestyle, right, all of the things that she loves, and she turned it into a business because of the values, aspirations, and interests of her audience. So her audience is also interested in having a beautiful home. Her audience is also interested in making money and having a business. Her audience also aspires to be a great mom. Her audience also aspires to be fly and fashionable, right? And because the people that follow her want these things, right, want the same things that she has, she can build a community, a brand, a lifestyle around everything that she does every single day. So she not only talks about being a mom, right, and I'm just gonna draw a little icon. So she talks about being a mom, she talks about business, she talks about couponing. Girl, this is a coupon, right? She talks about fashion and shopping. She talks about home decor, right? She talks about personal finance. Oh, child, I don't even know how to, I'm gonna just do a coin, right? Personal finance. She gives just general motivation, right? She shares her personal experience. I'm just gonna do a check mark. Things that she's done, things that she's experienced, right? She talks about Jay-Z and Beyonce. So she talks about music and pop culture, right? This one person, this one woman talks about all of these things, and her audience never once is like, I cannot believe. Oh, she talks about the Lord. We gotta put the Lord up in there. Okay. Oh, this cross is kind of trash. Forgive me, Jesus. Looks like a plus sign. Y'all know it's holy. But anywho, so her audience is never like, I cannot believe that you talked about the Bible and then you started talking about couponing. I cannot believe that you were talking about your kids and then you decided to talk about Jay-Z and Beyonce. I am appalled that you posted some throw pillows and then the next day you started talking about fashion and skincare, right? She's a lifestyle brand, so she can talk about all of these things without confusing her audience because her audience cares about her lifestyle. They care about her interests. They don't necessarily care about one of these specific subjects. So if you're one of those people who's a blogger or an influencer or just any kind of business owner and you are being paralyzed because you don't want to confuse your audience, get over it, okay? Get over it. There are plenty of opportunities for you to win online because of your lifestyle, because of what you're interested in, and because your audience is interested in those things too. Now, a specialty brand is a little bit more tricky because this focuses on needs and a specific problem or person. Unlike a lifestyle brand, you can't just jump out the window and do the most because your audience is expecting something a little bit different from you. Imagine going into Home Depot and you see that suddenly now they're selling gowns. You'd be confused, right? That's how you confuse your audience. When you build a specialty brand and they come to expect something from you and then you deliver something totally different. Offering multiple things or talking about multiple things as a lifestyle brand doesn't confuse your audience. What confuses them is when you make one promise and then you deliver something else. All right, so let's dive into a specialty brand. And we're gonna dive into my favorite specialty brand, which is my own, of course. So if you follow me, you know that I talk about mostly one thing: business and money. Right? I'm talking about how to save money, how to get money, how to invest money, how to make more money in your business. Money, 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 money. I'm like Mr. Krabs, okay? I only care about money and I'm hella cheap. But I have to keep in mind that I'm a specialty brand. My audience is following me for a very specific reason. My audience is following me because they either want to be business owners or because they want to make more money online. Point blank, period. Now, I got a couple stragglers that follow me because they think I'm cute, but for the most part, most people follow me for these specific things. However, that doesn't mean that I can't talk about different topics as it relates to my audience, because once I know exactly what my audience needs and what it is that their overall goal is, right, what their specific problem is, then I can talk about anything and relate it back to business and money. So I can talk about fashion. But when I talk about fashion, I talk about how to save money by shopping on Amazon instead of shopping at your local, raggedy Instagram boutique that's charging you $500 for a dress that you can find on Amazon for $50, right? So even though I'm talking about fashion, it still somehow relates back to money. I talk about investing. I talk about Forex, right? Because I trade, it's another stream of income. I talk about network marketing because, again, it's something that I do, it's another stream of income. I talk about relationships. Why? I talk a lot about splitting bills, and just general money things that come up when you're in a relationship. I talk about, obviously, marketing. This is supposed to be a computer screen. Obviously, marketing is related to business. I talk about monetizing your influence. So I talk about social media a lot. This is supposed to be a phone. Again, how social media relates back to being in business. I talk about Jesus, right? I always post this class is better. I always post, when I'm listening to a sermon, because I know that my audience, aspiring entrepreneurs, need some form of, inspiration or motivation in their, day-to-day life, right? I talk about my day-to-day as a business owner, right? So I talk about my version of a 9-to-5. So I give a lot of behind the scenes of what it's like to run a business, what I'm doing on a daily basis. Again, because my brand is all about business and money, okay? Now, I talk about a whole lot of different things, but I always talk about it, or I try to always talk about it from the angle of business and money, because I know that that's what people follow me for. When I try to get crazy and do like outfit of the day post, or do like fabulous posts, it's crickets. My audience is like, girl, we're just gonna scroll by this. That's not what we're here for, And I've come to learn with time what my audience likes and what my audience doesn't like, so that I can give them more of what they like. And they like when I'm funny, they like when I talk about marketing, they like when I give them business advice, they don't care about anything else that I have going on in my life, right? So I don't talk about those things. I don't talk about, going to the gym. I don't talk about cooking, right? I'm not like making recipes on my Instagram story. I don't talk about a lot of things because my audience doesn't necessarily care about that stuff. So I try to keep it very focused on business, because I know that I'm a specialty brand, that people are coming to me for a specific reason, and I need to deliver on that reason and deliver on that promise every single day. So I can still add in other topics to talk about. I can still add in other income streams, but as long as I always tie it back to business or money, or living your truth or fulfilling your purpose, right? As long as I'm kind of talking about things that fall within this realm, my audience won't be confused. Now, if tomorrow I start talking about, fitness, I turn into a fitness page and all I do is meal prep and go to the gym, my audience is going to be confused because they didn't follow me for fitness and meal preps and going to the gym. They followed me for business. So don't let yourself get paralyzed by the idea of confusing your audience. Somebody who didn't know what the hell they were talking about made this rule that you have to only focus on one thing. And you can focus on one thing, and that is your customer and your audience. And as long as what you're creating, whether it's content, whether it's income streams, whether it's businesses, whatever it is that you're producing, as long as that delivers on the promise that you made to your audience, as long as it meets your audience's expectations, you're not going to confuse them. Now, if you're a little bit confused on what to do next, you're not sure how to attract your target audience, you're kind of struggling with picking a niche, you need to figure out your income streams, you're trying to figure out how to monetize this influence thing, how to monetize your specialty brand or your lifestyle brand, head over to hobby2businesscourse.com and you can take my class where I walk you through everything that you need to know from monetizing your influence, building a business model, and then launching in 6 weeks. See you next time.